That's when he took them from me and told me if I talked, it'll be the last thing I do. Promise me my son is gonna be okay. Like, I don't want nothing. I told you his name. I don't want nothing to happen to my son.
Hi, Detective. I was calling about a case regarding expensive sports cards that were stolen from a hotel.
Yes, sir.
And the guy who stole the cards is my brother.
I'm not a thief. Yes, I got charged with stealing the sandwich from Sheets. I was hungry. That was it.
You didn't do it.
No, I didn't.
Well, they found them all but two, Jake. Where are the last two? Please, baby, tell me where those cards are. Are you all in trouble?
Mom, I have no idea where those two are.
He knows where my dad lives. He knows he knows.
So where's your son at currently?
With my dad.
This man just stole $2.1 million worth of baseball cards from a hotel. His own brother turned him in. The victim offered him $25,000 just to return them, no questions asked. And somehow, he still thought he could lie his way out of it. What you're about to watch is one of the worst performances in interrogation history. Jacob Paxton isn't just a thief, he's possibly the world's worst actor. And detectives are about to expose every single lie. But before we see Jacob's terrible performance in the interrogation room, let's rewind. This is a phone call between Jacob and Dan Wolkin, the owner of Memory Lane, Inc., whose $2.1 million worth of baseball cards just vanished from a Best Western hotel. Dan is desperately trying to get his property back. Jacob, well, watch.
Whoever took them or misplaced them, or I don't care if it's a box they found that they misplaced, Jacob. I'm telling you, on the record, we're going to write a letter. We're going to talk to John tomorrow. We're going to offer a $10,000 reward, and it's going to be a no questions asked. And I'm telling you, between you and I, do you have any idea who messed with that box? I mean, it just, and again, we're not going to press charges, but we want our stuff back.
I understand, and like I told the police, I have no idea. I come in, I did my normal thing on my shift. Nothing was said to me about any boxes sitting in the back waiting on anybody. We have a table with boxes, yes, but we don't come in and just go through the packages when we come into work. We come in to shift change and to do other things. So I do not. Nothing was ever said to me about a box, and that's what was very frustrating, because there's normally communication about that.
Right,
and, and with, all this going on, it's taken a toll on my family too, all because somebody did this. So it's very upsetting, and I'm on your guys' side.
Yeah, it's just frustrating, because I know Dwayne signed for the package, and it really, it gets to a point where, and I know that, I understand that you thought I was corporate calling, from Best Western. I definitely am not corporate calling from Best Western.
I got you. I understand that now. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay. That's okay. No, I'm calling you directly from my personal cell phone, and, I'm the VP of the Memory Lane Corporation, and that's, I put it this way. If you know or have any inkling as to who has messed with it, there's going to be a reward that goes to you. So if you can kind of keep an ear out, let's say, and at least find out, who did it or where it is, there'll definitely be something in it for you. And which I know it's $10,000. I mean, and again, it's no questions asked. It's no charges being pressed. We're going to copy the police on that to let them know that we do not want to press charges. At this point, it's not even anything bad that's going to happen to anyone. It's more good that they're going to get a big, a big reward. And it just because it's put us in that type of situation.
I got you 100%. I work night shift, so I very rarely see anybody besides my manager or Kevin, gentleman you spoke to earlier.
Right.
Like those are some of the maybe 4 people I see throughout my week. When I'm getting there, there's nobody there. It's 11 p.m. I'm leaving at 7 a.m. before anybody's in. So I definitely haven't heard anything. Like I said, I can definitely pass along the message if I do hear anything. And again, I apologize that someone would do this to you guys.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a living nightmare more than you know, and whoever did it, it's like we just want it to be over.
Okay, I will lock you in. If I do hear anything, I will definitely give you a call. I'll try to reach out as much as I can on what I hear.
Yeah, no, I mean, and again, I'm sure you can use an extra $10,000. I sure as hell could use an extra $10,000 right now to pay a lot of bills. So, it's I'll tell you, if you can, assist in finding out who did it or who took it, it's it'd be a pretty good day, and it'd be pretty amazing.
I totally understand. Like I said, I will do nothing but keep my ear open for you guys.
Okay, I really appreciate it. I'll let you attend to your kid.
Let me make this crystal clear. At the moment of this call, Jacob Paxton has already stolen those cards. They're sitting in boxes at his friend Jason's house in Cleveland, and Dan just offered him $10,000, no questions asked, to return them. Instead, Jacob plays the innocent victim. It's taking a toll on my family, too. I'm on your guys' side. 3 days after the cards go missing, Detective Hazo makes his first call to Jacob. Watch how Jacob plays dumb.
Hello.
Hi, is this Jacob?
This is.
Jacob, this is Detective Zach Jesus from the police. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, man. Did I wake you up?
Yeah, I just woke up a little bit ago.
Oh, okay, good. What time did you get off work?
I didn't work last night.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No.
All right, Jacob. So, do you know why I'm giving you a call?
No, I have no idea.
Okay. You still work at the Best Western in Strongsville?
Yes.
Okay. So, the only reason I'm calling you is we're trying to get a hold of all the employees about a package that is missing. We don't know if it's stolen. We don't really have a reason to believe it's stolen. We have more of a reason to believe it may have been given to the wrong guest.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can I ask when?
So this happened on FedEx dropped it off on Wednesday the 17th at 8 in the morning, but the gentleman whose package it is didn't pick it up, or he showed up to pick it up Thursday at 2. Now, Dwayne said he left a note in blue saying if the person, because I guess there was a canceled reservation under the guy's name, give it back to FedEx.
Okay.
So we know you were the night shift guy. And so I wanted to reach out to you. First of all, do you remember seeing that box when you got there?
There was an array of boxes when I got there. Do you know what it looks like?
They said it's a brown box, and then it's like a foot by foot, weighed approximately 10 pounds, and it was placed on that back table with a blue note on it.
I can't say exactly if I seen it. 1 second, Bubba. Sorry. I can't say exactly which one it was.
Gotcha.
But you said this happened Thursday?
It happened Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Yeah, so you worked Wednesday night into Thursday morning, according to their time card machine, like their equivalent of Chronos.
Correct.
So did FedEx come pick up packages? Did you give FedEx any packages?
No, nobody come to get any packages. I usually don't see anybody because I work 11 to 7.
Gotcha. And did you give any packages to any guests? Anybody come in asking for theirs?
No, not that I could say. There was one guy, his name was John Locke, but I didn't give him a box. I gave him his envelope with his name on it.
Gotcha.
That's the person that I gave anything out to.
All right, my man. Like I said, I appreciate you taking my call. We don't believe it's a theft. We believe this package is misplaced at this point, and so we're just trying to... Can you think of anyone who may have come in behind the desk with you that night? Did any any other employees that may have come in and seen it or anything like that I need to talk to?
Off the top of my head, I don't know who got there that morning, like the morning that I left.
Yeah.
But there's an array of people. There's a lot of people in and out of that office.
Anybody during night shift, during your shift, come in and entertain you?
No, not at all.
No? Okay. Perfect. Well, yep, that's all the questions I have, my man. I appreciate you taking my call. Eventually, we're going to, follow up. Do you mind if I call you back if I have any follow-up questions at a later time?
Absolutely.
All right.
Anytime.
Thank you very much, sir. You have yourself a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
I have no idea. That's his story. But here's what actually happened that same day. While Jacob was telling the detective he had no idea, he was literally at his brother Michael's collectible shop showing him the stolen cards. Michael, who owns a card shop, immediately recognized that they were worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. When Michael asked where he got them, Jacob panicked and ran. And Michael? He texted their mom. Jake just stopped in with $200,000 to $300,000 worth of sports cards. They have to be stolen. He's going to end up dead or in prison. 1 month later, Michael had enough. He calls the police himself.
Strong's of Plea, Detective Jesus.
Hi, Detective. I was calling about a case regarding expensive sports cards that were stolen from a hotel.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I own a collectible store in Cleveland. It's called the Geek Peak. And the guy who stole the cards is my brother.
The guy who stole the card is your brother?
Yes, Jacob Paxton.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and so we don't really talk or anything. He showed up randomly with the cards. Basically, I challenged him that they had to be stolen because they're very expensive.
Okay.
I tried to get him to leave them here. He wouldn't, and then he kind of like ran out the door. When
was that?
It would have been about probably about a month and a half ago. And after this situation, I actually have a text message on my phone to my mom.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, hey, Jake just stopped in.
What's your name, sir?
Michael Pierce.
Michael Pierce?
P-I-E-R-C-E. Yeah.
What's the name of your store?
Geek Peak, G-E-E-K-P-E-E-K. It's right down the street from the zoo. It's 4298 Pearl.
Okay. Can I give you a call in like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
All right.
No
Thank you. We'll call you right back. Thanks. Bye.
Sounds good. Hello.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
It is Detective Jesus from the police.
But I do want to give you just a bit of context. So my brother brought the stuff in, then ran off with it. My mom called me today, and she's like, told me that Jake called and told her that you guys questioned him, took his phone. She sent me all the news articles about what was stolen. And I had texted her after he stopped in on April 20th because I looked at a few of the cards. We don't sell sports cards. That's why I was confused when he brought them. Mm-hmm. And I evaluated a few of them because they're from PSA. And I showed them that they had sold at auction like 100,000, 60,000. I'm like, where did you get these? You clearly didn't find these in an abandoned house or whatever he told me. And he got like all nervous and then ran off. So I texted my mom. I go, Jake just stopped in with like $200,000 to $300,000 worth of sports cards. They have to be stolen. I don't know where from. He's going to end up dead or in prison. You better get on him.
They didn't even want to press charges. They just wanted the cards back and give him a $25,000 reward.
No, he 100% stole them. I know he did. And he brought them here because he tried to pawn them off on me. We don't sell sports cards. But he was like, well, I need a few $1,000s cash and you could have them. And I hadn't looked at them yet. Okay. And then when I looked at them, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, dude. These are worth a ton of money.
His own brother turned him in. And here's the kicker. The detective reveals they offered Jacob a $25,000 reward. No questions asked, no charges. Just return the cards and take the money. But Jacob's already hidden them. And Michael just confirmed Jacob tried to sell them for a few $1,000s cash. He could have gotten $25,000 legally. Instead, he's about to make the worst decision of his life. May 23, 2024. Police execute a search warrant at 3202 Roanoke Avenue in Cleveland, the home of Jason Bowling and Jamie Hamilton. Jamie opens the door. Jamie's story? Jacob brought them over about 2 weeks ago, told her and Jason he found them in the trash at work. She had no idea they were stolen. 52 cards recovered, 2 cards missing, worth approximately $100,000. And the next morning, Jacob's getting arrested. Time for his Oscar-worthy performance.
One more time to be clear. I was heading back to serve you your charges.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to talk to you. You want to talk to me?
I do.
Okay. So go ahead. What do you want to talk about? Go ahead, take a deep breath. We got plenty of time. Just relax. It's okay. This is the first we've met.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't lie about how I got the cards. I was paid by my boss, Ryan, to see what they were worth.
Who's Ryan? Last name?
Doak.
Okay.
He was my manager at Best Western.
Okay. Make sure you speak up.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we're...
Yes. After I took them, I stopped at my brother's shop to see what they were, because I had no idea what they were. When he told me what they could be worth, but they could also possibly be fake, I panicked, and I stopped at my dad's old friend, somebody that I grew up with, you know. I stopped there to ask him what I should do, because I was in a panic. I didn't know what to do, and that's when me and him discussed, like we talked about it.
Who's me and him?
Me and Jason, my dad's friend.
What's Jason's last name?
Bowling.
Okay.
I talked to him, and that's when he grabbed the cards, and I told him, I said, I need to return these, but I don't want them to think that I took them from the hotel, because I didn't. I was paid that $200 by Ryan to see what they were worth. So when I said that, he looked at them and he grabbed them. He said, "You talk, it'll be the last thing you do." And then he looked at me and he said, "You know those pretty blue eyes?" And I said, all I did was shake my head. He said, "No more." And the only one that's got pretty blue eyes is my son. And I didn't take them from that hotel. I swear on everything I didn't. I did take them from my boss.
Okay.
I didn't try to sell them. I panicked after my brother told me what they were worth, and I went to Jason's house. That's when he took them from me and told me if I talked, it'll be the last thing I do. And then he threatened my son, and I got scared. They're dangerous people. I didn't know what to do. If I have no way to protect my son, you know, that little boy is all I have. Like, that is my everything. I'm not made for this. I didn't.
Take a deep breath. You're fine.
I'm not a thief. Yes, I got charged with stealing the sandwich from Sheetz. I was hungry. That was it.
Okay.
That was all that I've ever done. I don't have a background other than that sandwich.
Right.
I'm not a bad person. And that's why I was so scared, because I knew once Ryan had told me that they were his and his husband's, that they had been collecting for a long time. He didn't want his husband to know he was trying to get rid of them. That's why he had asked me to do it. So I did it, and when I found out what they were worth, I knew that those weren't Ryan's. And that's when I went to Jason and asked Jason what I should do. And that's when he took the cards from me and told me that if I talked, it would be the last thing I do.
What did you think that meant? That's a very vague statement. The last thing you do. That
he would harm me and my kid. He said it would be the last thing I do. And then he looked at me and he said, "You know those pretty blue eyes?" I said, "Yes." He said, "No more." And he turned around and he walked away from me. That's why I was scared to say anything. Promise me my son is gonna be okay. Like, I don't want nothing. I told you his name. I don't want nothing to happen to my son.
Right. Look, this is an investigation. We keep everything secret.
I don't.
Right. So I don't even know how he would have access to your son. I can't make a promise that I can't keep. Okay. But I have no indication that your son would be in any kind of trouble.
He knows where my dad lives. He knows everything. He knows.
So where's your son at currently?
With my dad.
He's with your dad? I thought he was with your girlfriend.
No, he's with me. He stayed with my dad at at my dad's house when they arrested me.
Okay.
My dad kept him just so he would be safe. And,
Right.
You know, there's somebody always there to take care of him.
Right.
But I needed to tell you guys the truth because I didn't steal those cards.
So, let me give you a copy of charges here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You're being charged with theft.
Okay.
You know why you're here, but this spells it out formally. Okay. Go ahead and read that over real quick and tell me if there's something that you don't understand. This page is the charge. This page is just saying that you're being arrested for it. Okay. So you're gonna get to keep that copy when we walk out here. Okay. Serious charge. Okay.
I know, and that's why I needed to come tell you guys.
Right.
I know I was scared in the beginning. I was very scared. I know them people. I know how dangerous they are. I didn't want anything to happen to my son.
Why wouldn't you just take the cards right back to Ryan?
I didn't know what to do.
They were his cards. Why wouldn't you just take them back to him?
I was once my brother had told me, you know, where they were from, and you know, my brother had looked them up. I panicked. I knew what Ryan had did, and now I had them. I was scared. I didn't know what to do.
How'd you know what Ryan had done? Why would you know that?
My brother had looked it up. He said they were.
Right. Okay, I get all that. But look, he gave you the cards. He said they were his.
Yes.
You took them.
Yes.
When you found out something didn't seem right to you, why didn't you just return them to Ryan? Why didn't you come to the police?
I didn't.
Why do you go to this Jason guy?
I stopped to ask for advice. That's all I did. I stopped to ask. I stopped to ask him what I should do. I told him exactly.
Why not ask your father for advice? Or your mother, or your girlfriend, or anybody else close in your life? Why this guy?
He's helped me with court stuff before, like with my misdemeanor. Like he's the one that, you know, helped me with my court. That was the only reason I had asked, because he knows a lot about this stuff. That's the only reason I had stopped to ask. I had every intention to take him back to Ryan, and then Jason took them from me.
Okay.
And that's when he had threatened me and told me that it would be the last thing I do. And then that's when he told me, you know, those pretty blue eyes? He said, no more.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave me a grin and walked away.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. That was what he said to me. I was worried then. I had even stopped at his job a couple times to ask him to give me the cards back. More than once. He works at the Shoreham on Lake Road.
Right. So you asked him for the cards back, and you're saying that's because you wanted to return to Ryan.
I wanted, after I found out that they were stolen, and after detectives called me, I had asked Jason for the cards back, and he said it was too late for that. Yeah. I told him, I said, you know, they're gonna charge me with that if I don't return them. And that's, I had talked to Detective Glover, I believe it is, and that's when I had even showed up at Jason's work unannounced and asked him for the cards back. Like I told him, and like that's when he told me, like,
what's this business like?
What's that?
What's this business like? I've never been there.
The Shoreham?
Yeah. What's the building like?
It's a apartment complex.
Okay.
But
so where did you meet him at that complex? What did he do there?
He maintenance. I met him outside, like right at his truck. My woman could vouch for that. Like she knows we stopped there. She don't know that I asked him for the cards, but we had stopped there.
Okay. On what dates did you stop there? And what were you driving when you went there?
My Kia.
You're driving your Kia.
Yes.
So your Kia would be on any kind of video camera.
Yes.
Okay, so you drove your Kia.
Yes.
You were a Kia. Girlfriend was with you.
Yes.
Okay. She watched you meet with Jason.
Yes.
So this is outside in the open.
Yeah, we were. He was painting curbs.
Okay.
And we had talked while he was doing that.
Okay. What dates were this? Let's start with how many times. That's an easy. Honest.
Twice.
Two times.
Twice. I had stopped there and asked him for the cards back. Twice.
Next week it won't be 3 times.
No.
2 weeks from now it won't be one time.
No, twice. It was
you
twice.
You won't be mistaken on the location.
No. It was at the Shoreham on. I believe it's Edgewater or Lake.
Okay, at least 2 times. You don't remember the exact date. That's fine.
It was midday. I'd say between 11 and 2.
Okay. All right.
What else could I tell you? He was painting curbs outside of his building. I had done a couple Ubers that delivered over there. That's why I had stopped over there to ask him. Like I had talked to Detective Glover, and then I had stopped there after my Uber to ask Jason for them back, and I was told that it was too late for that. And I started to panic then, and he pretty much turned around and walked away from me. I stood there for a second, and I walked back to my car. But no, it was only, I stopped there twice and asked him for those cards back so I could bring them back. I had every intention of returning them to Ryan. I swear on everything, and then Jason took them from me. I didn't.
Okay, so you go to meet with Jason a couple times.
Yes, sir.
To get the cards back. So how about communication with Ryan? What's going on with that?
I had messaged Ryan a couple times on Crew, on our app for our work. I told him that I wouldn't be able to make it in to work the next day. I really did. I was really messed up. But I texted him that, and that's when he texted me back on the Crew app and told me that it would just be better if I parted ways with Best Western. And that I had already put in my 2 weeks. I told him I still had a week left of my 2 weeks. But he never asked me about the cards after that. After Detective showed up, after Jason took them, and I text Ryan like, hey, look, I'm not going to make it in tomorrow. I'm not feeling the greatest. Son's sick, got a horrible cold. Ryan texted me back and told me it would be better if I parted ways, it would be better if I parted ways with Best Western.
So let's lock down this timeline.
Yes.
And if I say anything that's not true,
yes,
correct me.
Okay.
I'm not going to put any words in your mouth.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So the cards get stolen from your work, obviously.
Okay.
Right?
I didn't know that. But
Right.
yeah,
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
I get it. I understand. Look, I know you don't tell the truth a lot. I get it. I get you resort to, because you're sitting here with that charge because you've not been truthful for a while. Okay. Wait, that's okay.
Okay.
I let you speak. Let me just say.
Yes.
Okay. So, I understand how you like the word salad. You like to pick out words, and if they're not specifically exact to what had happened, you say no. So I get that. It's how you kind of stay where you feel you're being truthful. We don't color in that. Okay. So all we want is the truth, as best you know it. Okay.
Yes.
And if I'm not using the exact specific word, you're a smart guy.
Okay.
You know what I'm driving at.
Okay.
So let's just forget the whole. Okay. You didn't take the cards, they were given to you. I get it. It doesn't matter. You're in possession of them.
Okay.
Receiving stolen property, whether it's a theft or receiving stolen property, it's a felony charge. They're just as bad.
Okay.
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 So let's get around the semantics of all that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You're not sitting here wearing that with us off this picking apart words. Okay.
Okay.
So let's just have the whole truth, right? Okay. I think you've been pretty truthful so far, because I'm letting you tell a story. I know where you're not telling me the truth. I know where you're telling me the truth. And right now I feel like I'm getting 80% truth from you, okay?
Yes, sir.
So that's why I'm letting you keep talking.
Okay.
All right? As soon as I start feeling that 80 drops to 20, we're done.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So that's fine. I know where the truth is and where it's not. Okay? And I know where there's some play. Like maybe something could be what you're saying. So let's just work through a little bit of a timeline. Okay? You're working at the Best Western.
Correct.
All right. When were you first approached to take these cards?
I relieved Ryan, I believe it was a Wednesday night.
Okay.
Here we go, the Ryan story. Jacob claims his manager, Ryan, gave him the cards to appraise, paid him $200. Let's keep track of this story because it's about to change a lot.
I'm not sure exactly what day it is.
So you're his relief?
Yes.
Okay.
I relieved Ryan. I was night audit. I had went to close the pool, and he had come to where I was closing the pool, and that's when he had talked to me about it. And I told him, I needed to.
Now, let's get specific. He talked to you about it.
Yes.
What was the conversation?
He told me that he couldn't say anything in front of the cameras because his husband, TJ, watches the cameras. He has access to the cameras. He didn't want his husband to know that he was getting rid of the cards. I said, okay. I said, well, what am I supposed to do with them? He said, can you just take them to see what they're worth? And that's when I told him, I said, you know, I got to work, you know, I have things to do, I have money I have to make. He said, I'll pay you. And I was like, all right, cool, you know, whatever, you know, it is what it is. I need the money. I needed diapers, wipes, and stuff.
So this conversation's happening beside the pool?
Yeah.
In the building?
Yeah, right. Like, if you walk down the hallway and you're going to the pool, you got to go through a door. It was right there in that hallway.
Okay.
So that's when he told me that his husband watches the cameras, and he didn't want his husband to hear that, you know, he was trying to get rid of the cards.
Okay.
So I told him, I said I had to be at work to make money, and that's when he told me he'd pay me.
Okay.
So I told him, you know, I said, screw it, you know,
All
cool,
right.
you know, I'll take it. You know, I took the money from him.
Okay. So you took the money right there in the hallway?
Yeah, he handed me the 100 and 250s.
Okay. So 100 and 250s.
Yep.
Okay, I like that. 250s.
Yes, sir.
And then, when did you get the cards? Where did those come from?
The next morning when he come in, he told me that they were in his car. When I left, I stopped at his car. He said it was unlocked. I grabbed the cards from his car. I put them in my car, and I left.
So you took the cards from his car?
Yes.
And put them in yours?
Yes.
On his instructions?
Yes.
Did he give you the key to the car, or was it already unlocked?
He said it was unlocked.
And what's his car?
It's a blue Kia, newer Kia. I forget exactly what it is.
Okay.
But it's a SUV, blue SUV.
Okay.
But yeah, no,
Anything odd about it? Anything?
No, I opened his car door. There was nothing out of the ordinary. The boxes were
Anything
sitting
else
there.
inside the car?
No, the two boxes were on his front seat. He had a jacket kind of on the
Describe
side
the
of him.
boxes to me. What these boxes look like?
They were rectangular black boxes. Had some writing on them. I don't remember exactly what they were.
Okay.
What was written on them, but they were rectangular black boxes. I grabbed the two boxes and I headed to my brother's shop.
Okay.
And that's when I had
Directly to his shop from there in the morning?
Yeah. No. I stopped to get gas.
Okay.
Grabbed a pack of cigarettes at Shell right there.
Gas at the Shell?
Yep.
Okay. And what time of the morning would that have been?
That was at 7.
And that's the one right there by the?
Yeah, right in front of the hotel.
Okay.
I stopped there.
Did you go inside for anything, or did you just get gas?
No, I went in and I grabbed a pack of cigarettes.
Okay.
I come out. I stopped at what restaurant was it? Chick-fil-A. I grabbed myself breakfast.
Strong's Chick-fil-A?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I grabbed myself breakfast and I headed to my brother's shop. He wasn't open that early. I headed back to my house out in Brunswick.
You got a lot of places you live, so where's your house specifically?
Brunswick, where I live with Gene.
The place where you stand in the basement kind of thing?
Yeah, that place.
Okay. All right.
I headed back to Gene's. I took a nap for a couple hours. I got up. I went to my brother's shop.
By yourself?
No, my son was with me.
Okay.
I went to his shop. Stopped at his shop. I took the cards in. He told me exactly what they were, you know, what they were worth, and he said they could be fake because nobody really has cards like this. And that's when I panicked. I didn't know where Ryan had got them from. I didn't know anything about them being stolen from Best Western. I stopped as I was leaving, I stopped at Jason's to talk to him to like see what I should do. Like I had these cards, and as we were talking, I was telling him like my boss gave me these. Now it looks bad on me. And he was like, well, if you talk no more, as he's grabbing I didn't give him permission to take these cards. As he's grabbing these cards out of my car, he's looking at me saying this stuff. If you talk, that'll be the last thing you do.
All right, let's rewind. Okay. So this is where your story just kind of doesn't make sense. To me, okay.
Yes, sir.
He tells you that he collected baseball cards with his husband, and he was going to be mad that he was selling them. Okay, that's your story. That's what you have. Once you take them to your brother's shop, and he tells you you're valuable, or they're or they're fake, whatever. He doesn't tell you they're stolen.
He did tell me they could be stolen.
Okay, all right.
He had looked up something on the card.
But let's listen to this. You have three options at that point.
Okay.
Okay. You believe your boss's story. He's your boss?
My manager.
Okay, your manager.
Yeah.
You believe his story, okay? Or you don't, okay? Or you believe they're fakes. Either way, they're still his cards.
Right.
Okay? Or they could be stolen. If you think they're stolen, you call the police. You didn't do that. Wait. Let me finish.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
you didn't
Yes,
do
sir.
that. That's your bad right there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Or you return them to who you think is the owner. You've done your chore. You've taken them. He's asked you to do exactly what you were supposed to do. You went and you found out, hey man, sorry, thanks for the $200, I took them. These are either good on you, you don't want to sell these because your husband has a hell of a baseball card collection here.
Right.
Or you're going to break his heart because they're probably fake. Or they're stolen and I don't want to have any part of that. Okay? But since 2 of the 3 options could be maybe plausible, here's your cards back, I'm done, thank you for $200. You're done with this. You don't do that. You go to somebody you know your whole life as a known criminal, not a good dude, for advice on where to move next. That doesn't make no sense to me. That's okay. That's where you're starting to look like a criminal. Okay. You look like a guy. You look like a criminal going to another criminal for help with your criminal crap.
Okay.
Okay. That's what you look like.
Okay.
Okay. So help undo it.
Okay.
If that's the truth, if what I'm telling you is the truth, that's fine. That's the truth of it. We can believe that. If you're gonna say no, that's not the truth, I'm telling you the truth, fine, we'll take that part of it. But if the truth is that that's what your intent was, to have your buddy help you somehow, some way in the criminal end of it, then just be honest about it, because we're gonna look into that end of it. Okay,
Yes,
we're
sir.
gonna look into these things. But if he says no, he came to me and he wanted, and you're lying about that, that looks bad on you. The only way your word matters is if it's 100% truthful. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Because people, once you're painted a liar, you're a liar.
I know.
How are you going to go to court and try to convince a judge and a jury that you're telling the truth when we're going to present even a lie? You know what I'm saying? So why did you take him to Jason?
So my brother's shop sits right there at Pearl and State. Jason lives 2 streets away.
Right.
After I left, I was in a panic because of what my brother had told me. He had looked up something on the car. He said they very well could be stolen, and that's when he told me, like, if they're stolen, you know, you're gonna get in trouble. And that's when I panicked. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to upset my dad with everything that his, you know, hard problems. I didn't want to upset my dad. That's why I didn't go to him. I stopped at Jason's just to see what I should do. Like, I didn't know, like, do I take him back to Ryan, or is, you know, and then when I stopped at Jason's and Jason took them from me, I was in more of a panic to even tell Ryan. And that's when Ryan texted me. Like, I text Ryan that night, and that's when he texted me back and told me it'd be best if I parted ways.
So what exactly did you text Ryan? What were your words?
I text Ryan. I said, I think it's best if I take off tomorrow. I'm not feeling good, and Junior's sick. You know, that was all that I texted him. He texted me back. He said, I think it's best if you just part ways with Best Western. And that's when I said, I put in my 2 weeks. I'm not done yet. I said, we're just both sick. I was in a panic. I didn't want to go back to work. He never said anything about the cards in those text messages on our crew app that we communicate through.
Any meetings, any conversation about the cards after that, after you're terminated?
I wasn't able to see Ryan, but I talked to John, and John said that Ryan had pointed fingers at me. And I told John, I said, that's not right. I said, I didn't take those cards. I did Ryan a favor. And John told me word for word, he said, you're talking to the wrong person.
Okay, so who's John?
John Gessner is the GM at Best Western.
So you tell him you didn't take the cards, and you tell him it's Ryan.
Yes, I went in there, I talked to him, I said, why are detectives questioning me about something I didn't take? And he was like, they come in here with a subpoena for contact information, we gave it out, blah blah blah, you know, telling me what happened. I said, I didn't take those cards, you know, I told John I didn't take those cards. He told me word for word. He put his hand up, he said, talking to the wrong people. And I stood there for a second, he looked back down at his paper, and he kept doing what he was doing, and I walked away. That was the conversation with John. And then when that was the following day, that was the day I took off. I had gotten phone calls from detectives that the day that I took off.
Right.
But I texted Ryan that night and told him, that's when me and him had that conversation. That
So through the work app.
yeah, through the work app.
But in this work app, and when you texted the messages, and what's this work app called again?
Crew.
Crew? Is that supported through Best Western?
No, that was a Ryan thing.
It was a Ryan thing?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. So Ryan, what, creates a group chat?
It was for like.
What's the app that runs it?
It's called Crew.
It's called Crew?
Yeah, it's called Crew.
And Ryan set it up?
Yes.
Okay. And you have that Crew on your phone right now?
Yes, I do. I don't know if I was like, if Ryan took me out of access after I was done, but yes, that Crew app is on my
How long were you in this Crew app for?
The entire time I worked there.
Which was how long?
3 months, I believe.
3 months.
Yes.
Who's all in this? Is it a joint sharing? Does everybody get to see the messages, or are they private?
It's private, but like all of us are on there. So like, it's, let's say me and you were on there, I could message you, and then separately I could message Ryan.
Okay.
But if Ryan wanted to, he can message us all.
So what were the specific messages? Did you say, "Hey man, I tried to give you your card"? Did you mention the cards in these messages?
No, none, no mentions, nothing. And that's when I had texted him that I wasn't feeling well, and I wasn't gonna.
Why wouldn't you just text him and say, "Hey man, I don't like the feeling I'm getting off these cards. I got some bad feelings on this. I want to give them right back to you." Why wouldn't you do that?
They were taken from me already.
All right.
I didn't have that option to return them.
Okay.
I didn't, and that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Why wouldn't you just tell Ryan, "Hey man, you gotta talk to this dude. He took them from you."
He don't know him. Like, he knows nothing about him.
But you could have told him.
I could have. And then when Jason told me that, I was scared for mine and my son's life. I know how bad those people are. I know what they've done in the past.
What have they done in the past that's so bad?
The selling drugs out of there, the always getting in fights and shooting at people. I know how they are.
Okay.
I know what goes on over there, and that's why I was scared to say anything.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure my son was safe,
Okay.
and I thought the only way that I could do that was to.
Right. This detective, you know. Okay, do one more question? Yeah. So, obviously, this is not the first time something's been stolen out of this Best Western, okay? And you're saying Ryan is the one you're implicating. Is he stolen from there before, that you know of?
Not from Best Western, but I know from a previous property that he has. And that's like, at Best Western, I know of nothing being stolen by Ryan. At a previous property that I lived at, that he worked at, I know of.
How about any other thieves at Best Western?
We had one, Robert.
Robert?
Yes.
He still works there?
No, he was fired a while ago.
Okay.
But yeah, yes.
Nobody else that would be implicated with Ryan?
No, not that I know of. No.
Okay. All right.
We've talked before.
Yes, sir.
Is this your story?
This is the truth.
That's not. Let's stop right there. Is this your story? It's a yes or no.
Yes.
Stop. Are you willing to take a lie detector test on this story?
Yes.
That you call the truth?
Yes.
We set you up with a lie detector test now. You're taking it?
Yes.
That's number one. Number two, you said there were text messages on your phone. We have seized your phone.
Yes.
We are going to take a search warrant to a judge today to ask him to sign it.
Okay.
And if the judge grants us this search warrant, we are going to look through your phone.
Okay.
I'm sure you wouldn't want to spend the holiday in jail.
Correct.
Right? Memorial Day, it's going to be a long weekend. But your phone has a 4-digit password.
I will give it to you.
Okay. So would you give us consent to search your phone?
Yes.
Okay. So if I go right now, get a consent form, I don't want you to think you're being coerced. You don't have to. We have enough probable cause to take this to a judge and put it on the judge's desk and see what the judge says. But we would like to expedite this, okay? Did you see the picture? Did you show him the picture?
I'll work to that.
You should show him the picture while I get a consent form.
Right.
Check this picture out real quick.
Okay. So, a lot has happened. But, we recovered all the cards.
Okay.
We have them.
Okay.
Oh, with one little thing, we're missing 2 of them.
Okay.
Where are those 2 cards?
This is it, the real question. Where are the 2 cards worth $100,000? Jacob keeps saying he doesn't know, but watch his body language. He's panicking, hyperventilating, and he still won't give them up.
I didn't keep any of them. I swear on everything, I didn't.
Do you understand how that would help you if you...
Yes, if I knew 100%, I would tell you. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't keep them.
Don't panic. Did you see any of us yelling at you?
No, I'm sorry. I'm just.
Take a deep breath.
Drink some water. I'm not built
Drink
for
some
this.
water.
It's
No,
my
it's
first
fine.
time ever in trouble.
We know.
I didn't.
Bro, drink some water. Take a deep breath. Relax. Can I have a pen? First of all, you remember these Miranda rights, right?
I do.
With this in mind, are you willing to let us...
I have nothing to hide.
Okay. At this point, you've got nothing to hide, right? Your full name, please? I need you to read this out loud.
Can you give me just
Take as
one
much
minute?
time. Breathe. Relax.
Low key.
Right. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Okay? You have to understand, now you're implicating Ryan. Ryan, you know Ryan's history.
Yes.
Which is why you told me before you didn't feel comfortable keeping your kid around Ryan.
Correct.
Okay. So now, now we're gonna bring Ryan into the picture. Right now all the weight is on Jacob's shoulders.
Yes.
And some of that weight to come off Jacob's shoulders is gonna have to be shared with somebody else. If there's evidence on your phone, at this point, help yourself. Our case against you is airtight, my friend.
Okay.
Airtight. We have statements and video surveillance and everything. So,
I know, and that's
help yourself.
that's why I knew I fucked up by
okay.
taking those from Ryan. I knew I did.
Okay.
But I didn't say anything because and even saying it, I'm worried. I don't want anything to happen to my son.
Nothing's gonna happen to your son.
These people
They
are
don't know
dangerous people.
They're not. We have interviewed Mike Caniglia, we brought him in, and Jason. And relax, okay? Relax.
They are bad people, though. They know where my son is at.
There's a difference between bad and dangerous. There's a difference between bad and dangerous. Bad, they are. Dangerous, they're not. Take a couple of breaths, and then I need you to read this out loud to make sure that you understand. I don't want you to just sign without understanding.
And you do know that the thing that keeps your son the safest is you being 100% truthful.
And that's why
you keep us running in any little circle, wasting time, searching for stuff, that's on you. You're the father. It's your job. So be honest.
I
like where you've been so far this morning.
I didn't keep none of those cards on everything.
I got you. We believe you.
I believe you.
Okay.
Take a
Take a breath. Take some water.
Drink water. Relax. Did you eat this morning? Did they feed you yet? All right, we'll get you back and get some breakfast.
Understand that I have a constitutional right not to have a search made of the property, residence, or vehicle described. Can I get a tissue?
Hey Zach, you bring us some tissues?
Yeah.
There's some property, residence. I hereby authorize officers. I don't. Am I just signing and?
So yeah, go ahead and sign there. That's fine. And then you're gonna see what we're gonna fill in for the rest of it. And if you don't agree with that, then you're gonna rescind your signature. Okay? Today's date still is.
You're gonna put Strongsville detectives check this box that says property. Put your cell phone. What do you have? An iPhone and iPhone, whatever.
Right here in the
Yeah,
description.
sure. And then put your phone number and your passcode.
Jacob just handed them his phone, password and everything. Let me show you what they found. He knew exactly what he had. He knew they were stolen. He researched how to sell them. Every single claim he's making in that room, his phone proves it's a lie.
We can get you your breakfast, relax, drink some water. Like I said, right now, from here on out, you're just helping yourself.
You know,
Okay?
and that's why I come down to talk to you guys.
That's all it is. Right now, you're just helping yourself. All right, have a seat, relax.
Is there a passcode for the crew app? Once he gets in, is he gonna need a passcode to access
No,
the crew app?
he shouldn't. He should be able just to get into it.
Okay. You want him to go get for his breakfast now,
I'm
or?
gonna bring his breakfast here.
Okay.
Can I wait a little bit? I'm a little nauseous.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't want the breakfast yet.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll bring
That's
it.
fine.
And you can see.
That's fine. I tell you what, it's the lying that sends us in all these circles and directions. You know,
I know.
we've been working this case ever since those cards went missing. So you know that we've been tracking the car. You know, we know where you've been. We know it's no weird coincidence that we come to get the baseball cards back, okay? Because we've been on it. People expect fast results, but no, we lay around and we're working in the background. Well, you're all going about your lives, okay? So, but we've given you multiple opportunities to do what you're doing now, okay? And based on that history, you haven't earned the most trust with us,
I
right?
understand.
So we have to verify what you're saying to be true. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to come off any of this today, okay? It'll be like a continuing cooperation type deal.
Will I still have court today?
And you're still going to have court today,
Okay.
all right? And then it'll be that whole process of whether you get bond or not, or I'm sure you'll get bond, how high the bond's going to be, okay? It doesn't help. So that these cards are missing. So can you help me understand where would they be?
After my
You do know. I said, I don't care that you exactly know. Do you have any idea? Like, can you speculate? You know, you're a creative guy. Where would they be if they're not where they should be? They should be in those two boxes you described.
Correct.
They're not. So where would they be?
After Jason had taken them, like my brother put the cards back in the box and pretty much told me he couldn't do anything with them. And I went from his shop straight to Jason's. Jason took those boxes out of my car and took them into his house. I didn't even open them from my brother's shop to Jason's house. I didn't even touch them. Like I didn't even pull the boxes out. I just showed Jason the boxes. I said I don't know what to do.
So your speculation is that Jason has these two cards?
I would have to be, because I didn't keep anything out of that.
Okay.
I was so nervous and so scared. I drove 2 streets up just to try to talk to somebody I know to calm down. And that's
Who's that somebody?
Jason. That was Jason.
Okay.
And like I was hyperventilating in the car. Like I was scared. You know, after my brother had told me everything. You know what the cards were. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I drove to Jason's house to take a breather, to get a cigarette from him. You know, I had already smoked a pack that day. Like I was. That's when they were taken from my car, but they were never opened from my brother's shop to Jason's house.
Right. It's not a far drive.
No, it's not. It's not a far drive at all. I couldn't even see straight. I shouldn't have even drove. Like I sat in the car next to my brother's shop for a good 10-15 minutes trying to get myself to breathe while Junior was crying in the back seat. Like
Do you understand how that seems a little like not plausible in this story? Okay. The news you got shouldn't have put you in that big of a panic. When my brother, that news should have been like, okay, they're they either are really valuable because the story you got. Again, I'm rehashing what I've already said.
Yes.
Okay. The story you got doesn't put that weight on you. It doesn't make sense to throw you into that kind of a panic unless something else in your story is not true.
No.
Or you're omitting some kind of information, like maybe you've been taking and selling stolen items from the hotel for a long time, and now this one's too big, or what's going on? But I just don't understand. That doesn't translate to me. But okay, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense.
What freaked me out, the last thing my brother said to me is, if they're real, he said they're most likely stolen because they were supposed to be at auction. Whatever he had looked up, he told me they were auction cards.
Okay.
That's when I panicked. That's when I grabbed the boxes, and I had every intention of taking them back to Ryan. I made one stop just to try to calm down so I could drive, and that's when Jason had taken them from me. I didn't even open the boxes. I went straight to the car and straight to Jason's house.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
You're like Andy said, in that 80% telling the truth, there's some wiggle room. Now, have you ever been to Jason's house?
Yes.
Have you ever seen the surveillance cameras he has?
Yes.
Okay. So are you aware that there's a video of what you're talking about?
Yes. I'm well aware of that.
Okay. So what you're telling me is, if I review that video, I'm going to see what you're describing.
Yes.
Versus you handing him the boxes.
When we were standing at the back of my car, I was explaining to Jason what had just happened, and that's when Jason had told me to give them to him. And then when I was standing there, he started to reach for the boxes. He grabbed one, I gave the other to him, and
I'm listening.
Now, Jason Bowling, his dad's friend, supposedly grabbed the cards and threatened his son. Those pretty blue eyes, no more. Sounds dramatic, right? Problem is, detectives already interviewed Jason, and according to Jamie's statement, Jacob willingly brought the cards to their house. Nobody grabbed anything.
And I had stood there with him.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to eat it.
Okay.
But it's there. It's an option.
Okay. And that's when he said what he had said to me, and I took that as I took that what he said to me as he was threatening mine and my son's life.
Hold on. All right, that's fine.
Okay.
So I interviewed Jason yesterday.
Okay.
I brought him in here, sat him down for a recorded interview. I asked Jason how he knew you. He told me a story. How long have you known Jason?
All my life.
Okay. And that's what he said?
Yes.
In fact, he alluded to the fact that he was the one to introduce your mom and your dad to each other, which resulted in your existence.
Yes.
Okay. So, with that said, he told me he's like a father figure to you.
Would you
consider him that?
Kinda is, yes.
Like when you're kind of short on money, he helps you out.
Yeah.
Loans you $20-$30, whatever you need to kind of.
Yeah.
Every now and then you stay at his house.
No, I don't.
You've never stayed at his house.
I mean, a long time ago I lived at it. Long time ago I lived at his house.
Yeah. He truly seems to love you. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would hope so. I would hope so.
Okay.
I would hope he wouldn't want to harm us, but that's.
Hold on. I don't want you speculating, right? Because speculation is not good. Based on the facts, we have established that Jason is kind of like a proxy father figure for you. Not your dad, but kind of like a father figure for you. He has no interest in hurting you or your son.
I didn't know how to take that. I was already in a panic, and when he said that, I didn't know. I didn't know what he meant.
Okay.
I know the things they've done in the past, and that scared me. That scared me even more than I was already scared.
So if you and Jason tell your story to a jury, do you think a jury is going to believe you? or you believe him?
What
What do you think?
I would hope they would believe me. It is the truth. Like I wouldn't. I know you guys have not wanted to talk to me because I beat around the bush and I wouldn't tell you guys exactly
No, you
what
don't get around the
happened.
bush. You
You
lie
lie.
straight up.
You lie.
Let's be real.
It's
Bro,
fine.
you've taken us around. This case you could have made $25,000 and not be in this jumpsuit today. You could
They
have.
were taken from me.
It doesn't matter. You could have said, detectives, I'm gonna tell you what. Ryan took him. I took him to this guy. His name is Jason. Jason has him in his house at this address. I would like my $25,000.
And you would have $25,000, and we would have the cards.
And no criminal charges. We would have the cards.
And he would probably be sitting in that orange suit right now.
Instead, you from when Jason, my partner, and I came down to talk to you in Brunswick in the driveway, it's been a lie after a lie after a lie after a lie. Your best friends, your closest people, Chad, Millie, Kayla, your brother, James, Mike Caniglia, they're all pointing the finger at you. So now they put you in a corner. At this point, the only thing you can do, the only thing, and Best Western, they don't give two f***s. Let's be real, if they gave a f***, they would have hired a lawyer to defend you. They want nothing to do with you, and they fired Ryan. Ryan's not off the hook. Jason is not off the hook. This is too big of a deal. Did Andy tell you how much those cars are worth?
I've read it.
That's as of yesterday. Read it out loud.
1,800,000.
No. That was yesterday's figure.
We got the official value.
The red is the official value as of yesterday, my dude. After we brought you in, after we recovered the cards, this company, I want to show you. Can I come next to you?
Yeah,
I don't want you to feel
absolutely.
scared.
No, you.
All right. The red are the value of those cards. I got you. This number is $2,123,447, my friend. 2.1 million. You know what I'm saying? You see, the thefts are classified by value. This is a felony of the first degree, as you see on your paperwork. At this point, you are so deep in the bullshit. The only thing you can do to help yourself is help us find the two cards, whatever information that we can go to the prosecutor and say, yes, he did something wrong, yes, he was scared of the police, but he at least helped us recover these two cards that are worth almost $100,000. That is a charge in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
If you get 10 years here, each of these can slap 10 more years on you. So
I didn't.
Relax. I know you didn't steal them. Help me find them. That's all I'm saying.
Do I have to wear a wire? Do I have to go talk to somebody? I would do anything.
Okay.
I didn't take.
Okay, relax. It's okay. Take a deep breath, my dude. Take a deep breath. Okay? Take a very deep breath. Relax. Okay? I'm not trying to give you a heart attack. I just want you to understand how serious this is.
I didn't.
I know you didn't take them.
I didn't even keep any. I didn't keep any of these.
This is the moment Jacob realizes how deep he is. $2.1 million. That's not a misdemeanor. That's a felony of the first degree. 10 years in prison. And those two missing cards? Worth almost $100,000. The detectives need to find them. Watch how they try to get him to talk.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
When you here's this card, right? Card
Yes.
number 2. This card alone, what's this number?
$26,000.
316.
Yes.
All right, that's this card. Okay. This Lou Gehrig card, you know Lou Gehrig, right? They named the disease after him. He's that big of a deal.
I did a report on him.
Did you really?
Yeah, back in like 5th grade, I did a report on him.
Okay. Well, this one's actually my bad. I was wrong. This is what? How much is this?
$6,226.
Okay, so we have almost 6,000 plus 26,000. Well, okay, maybe not 100,000, but there's still
Still a felony.
Still a felony. But so listen, I know you didn't take them. I get that. What we're at, listen to my question.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
My question is, help me find them. I'm not saying you took them. Hear me out. I'm
Yes,
not accusing you of stealing.
Yes.
I am asking your assistance in finding these two. Where do you think they went? If you were to speculate.
I don't even, the boxes went straight from.
You okay?
How about this? You know he's a bad dude. You said you know the bad things he's done. So you're familiar with his criminal enterprise. Where would he take these two cards to sell them?
I don't know where he would take them.
Drink some water, man. Drink some water. You're stressing yourself out. You're really stressing yourself out.
I'm worried because I didn't keep any.
I know you didn't steal these. I'm asking you for your assistance in helping. The police is asking your help right now. That's all we're saying.
And he's got so many places he could take stuff to. Jason, I don't.
So that's my question. Do you think these two cards would be with Ryan or with Jason?
I don't. I have no idea. I never even. I didn't count any of the cards when I took them to my brother, and when I took them to Jason, I didn't count them. I didn't.
How many cards did you take to your brother's shop?
I don't know. I took 2 boxes. They were 2 long rectangle black boxes that I took.
And how did your brother assess them? Did he open the boxes?
Yes. But I was standing right next to him. Everything he took out, he put back and set on his desk and told me. Okay. He's like, if these are stolen, you're in big trouble, dude. And that's when I panicked.
Okay.
And that's when I went to my car. I sat there for a minute, trying to breathe, trying to get myself together. And Jason's only a couple streets away. That's when I drove there.
Okay, good.
I swear.
I believe you. I believe you, dude. Right now, we're going to give you a 10-15 minute break. I just need you to get your breathing under control, relax, eat something, just snack on something. I don't want you to pass out from not having eaten.
I'm
snack on something.
I want to sit here with you. We're not going to ask any questions about this case. I'm going to check some things on my phone. You're going to, if you want to eat, don't eat, take some water,
relax. Whatever you want to do. Just breathe, okay? And then we're going to do a CVSA. We're going to specifically ask you about Ryan's involvement.
Okay.
Okay? That's it.
Okay.
And then we're out of here. And then you go back and we'll appear before a judge and take care of this, okay? Please understand, we, Andy and I and Jason, are putting a lot of faith in you telling us the truth.
Yes.
But as you found out, we might not find the truth right away. It might circle. We might have to do a lot of digging and get to the truth.
Yes, sir.
If you're telling us the truth, it looks good on you. But if you're not telling us the truth, it's just going to look bad when you go before a judge and the judge says, after everything, you still kept. So that's all we're saying. At this point, you're just helping yourself.
Yes, I know, and that's why I'm here.
So breathe, relax. I'll be right back with you. This is a break. Nobody's going to talk to you, okay? Just breathe. And I gave you phone privileges back so you can make phone calls.
Okay.
You know, as soon as you get back.
I'm allowed to now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll let you make some phone calls.
Okay.
Whoever you need to call. You're going to talk to a lawyer this morning.
Okay.
Okay, and he's whatever, you know. But after you see the judge, we are no longer going to be allowed to talk to you. Okay, so this is one of those speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And that's why I wanted to talk to you before I went to court.
Listen, we appreciate it.
No, I'm sorry. I really was just worried.
Okay.
I've never been in trouble.
Man. You love your kid, right?
That's all I have. That kid is all I have.
I got you. Listen. At no point did anybody here yell at you or hit you or abuse you, did we?
But I was trying to tell I think your boss, he got mad at me, but I really was telling him what I was trying to tell you, what I was telling you guys today.
Forget my boss. He's a boss. But nobody here, we got you food, water, we're telling you relax, calm down, we're going to get you through this, okay? Listen, I'm going to ask you 3 more questions.
Yes, sir.
But then I want to give you an idea before you talk to your attorney. I want you to mull this through, okay? First thing I want to know is, did you or the employees know that there was a card convention next door?
I hadn't been told about it. I think Ryan, I forget, somebody had said something like that day. Oh, it was Dwayne. Dwayne, the previous day, he's like,
Yeah.
we're having a card convention here. He said it was at the hotel, though.
Okay.
I didn't, okay, we
right.
have conventions and shit here all the time. I mean, nothing but a thing,
So Wednesday night, you came in for your night duty.
Yes, sir.
Who did you relieve?
Ryan.
Ryan. Who relieved you?
Ryan.
So it was Ryan's shift, Jacob's shift, Ryan's shift.
Yes.
Okay.
He worked 3 to 11. I worked 11 to 7. He worked 7 to 3.
Okay. And then with the Jason thing, with the boxes.
Yes.
What did you tell Jason about how you came across these boxes? Like, how did they become in your custody?
I told him that I was in a panic over the cards.
Yeah, but how did the cards get?
Yeah, I'm getting at when I told him I was in a panic over the cards.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Do I want to know?" And I said, "I got them from my boss." I said, "And now I don't know what to do." And that's when he had told me.
Okay. All right. So.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. This is your opportunity to ask us questions.
Okay.
What do you want to know? What's on your mind, besides maybe your kid?
Am I going to jail forever for something that I didn't do?
Forever? No, you're not going to jail forever. There are people who commit murders and don't go to jail forever. If at any point you recall anything about those cards, just let us know.
Yes, sir.
It will look
Yes.
good in your favor. But if you don't have anything, then we're going to take you back so you can talk to the judge.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Do you have anything, Andy?
No, just be truthful.
Yes, sir.
And I know in your mind you don't feel you've done anything wrong, but some of this weight falls on you.
I know.
You got to help
I know.
shift it off yourself.
I know, and that's why I had to. It ate me alive knowing that. I was so worried. You're right, and that's why I needed to come talk to you guys today.
The truth early would have kept you, but all the lying really just kind of messed things up. So,
I was just
and now we don't know.
This is my first time.
Right, I get it, but.
Same day, 4:57 p.m., Jacob calls his mother from jail, and she's not buying any of his stories.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh my God, Jacob.
Mom, I'm scared.
I know you are.
I didn't do it, though.
You didn't do it.
No, I didn't. I did that for my boss. I didn't take them, though. I even gave them back to my boss.
Well, they found them all but 2, Jake. Where are the last 2?
I didn't.
You could save yourself if you get the last 2. He said he subpoenaed or did search warrants or something. I think that's how he said it. They went to 6 people, and they're all pointing the finger at you. And these 2 cards, they found all the cards but 2 cards. Please, baby, tell me where those cards are. Are you long and terrible?
Mom, I have no idea where those 2 are. I didn't take any of them.
Oh my God, Jacob.
Mom, I've never been more scared in my life.
I know you're scared, Jacob. Please just tell where they are.
Mom, I don't have them. I don't know. I swear on everything. I swear.
Listen, you need to listen to me. And you need to listen to me right now.
Okay.
I know you took those cards. And I know that you panicked or you put them somewhere or you took them over to Jason and Kelly's and left them there. Tell me where them cards are.
Even his mother knows the truth, but those 2 missing cards, still gone. October 2nd, 2024. He pleaded guilty to aggravated theft. December 16th, 2024. He was sentenced to 4 to 6 years in prison, plus 2 to 5 years of probation when he gets out. He also owes $89,540 in restitution, the exact value of the 2 missing cards that were never recovered. Prosecutors believe Jacob either still has them or knows exactly where they are. The prosecutor said it best. Jacob Paxton is a thief who almost hit the jackpot. Fortunately, he is also stupid, which led to his capture. As for Dan Woolkin and Memory Lane Inc., they lost a $2 million loan, lost $100,000 in interest, and lost their reputation over those missing cards. Jason Bowling, he pleaded guilty to receiving stolen property, got 1 year of probation, no prison time. And Michael Pierce, Jacob's brother who turned him in, he did the right thing. His testimony and surveillance footage helped convict Jacob. Jacob had so many chances to walk away clean. Dan offered him $10,000, then $25,000. No questions asked, no charges, just return the cards. Instead, he chose to lie. To his brother, to the victim, to the detectives, to his own mother. He wasn't just the worst liar in that interrogation room. He might be the worst liar in interrogation history. He'll have 4 to 6 years to think about that. And maybe, just maybe, remember where he hid those last 2 cards.